Welcome to episode 19 of the Dunk Dynasty Podcast. The lads, we are on deck, giving you some more NBA content, keeping you up to date as to what's happening, the inner happenings of the NBA. Here we are today, myself, Panache and Yashanu, here with Jed, the Terminator Mitchell, as well as Trigger Trayvon Mitchell is also here. What is going on, fellas?
Same shit, different day, eh? Another day in paradise.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be as inspirational as Trey just then. Yeah, same.
Crazy. Nice, Trey. You actually got a new laptop now, don't you, man? It's nice to actually hear you properly, right?
Oh, it's not new. It's been refurbished. They replaced the whole screen though, so that's good.
You want to give a special shout out to whoever repaired it? What was the company's name, man?
No, it took a while.
Oh, damn. 1 out of 5 star service, eh?
We are giving out free sponsorship.
Wow. Yeah, if you want to sponsor one of our segments, return shit on time, first of all, and give us some money, and we'll more than oblige. We'll be more than happy to be obliged, Yeah. But lots of stuff going on in the NBA. Another week, same week, or no, different week. Same shit or different shit, whatever you want to say. Fresh updates, Dunk Dynasty updates, lots of good stuff happening. Sabonis makes history. Longest active double-double streak in league history. We also have some sad news. Brandon Ingram against the Orlando Magic. Womp womp. Looks like it's a little bit of a bone contusion, was they said, so he's going to be out maybe a couple of weeks. Might not see the end of the regular season. Might be back come playoff time. Happy man over there, Ethan McDonald. He's actually not on, but Westbrook returned for the Clippers. So very happy for the Clippers getting Westbrook back, and very happy for Westbrook. He's back for the end of the season. And again, the Rockets keep winning. Big test coming up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Hopefully they can keep rocketing to the top. And then, of course, NCAA tournament is been going on into the Elite 8. Sweet 16 and Elite 8 this weekend. So all the fans keep an eye out on that. And then also, New Zealanders, make sure you tune into the New Zealand NBL that starts tonight. First game, I believe, is the Wellington Saints versus Nelson Giants, maybe. Hopefully, I think I got that right. But yeah, make sure you tune in if you're from New Zealand. Make sure you watch the NBL, and shout out to the Southland Sharks. Jeremy Kendall, no other player.
What? You're talking about the wrong NBL, mate. What about the other NBL playoffs?
Oh, no one cares about that. This is NZ, man. This is for the NZ fans. Yeah. Hey, if you want to watch the NBL Championship Series, you can watch that too, man.
That's what you were talking about. You went from talking NCAA to the New Zealand NBL league,
covering all aspects of the globe of basketball, man.
Are you gonna shout out any Lithuanian high school teams while you're at it?
Yeah, shout out Złotwicz Konvonia. Great high school in Lithuania over there. So shout out to them. If they're tuning in, shout out to them. But yeah, some massive news in the NBA. The first one. Michael Porter Jr., the Porter family. Some massive news over there. Some massive gambling news. Placing illegal bets. Jonte Porter has been caught out, man. Betting on the unders. Always bet the over, as I always say. There's 2 rules in life. Bet black and bet the over. He bet the under, and look what happens when you bet the under. You get in trouble. What's your thoughts, guys? It's been a long time since anyone got done for gambling and betting. Here we are, the Porter family.
Yeah. You got to kick it off with say allegedly, but the tape doesn't tell a good story, does it? I reckon the NBA is absolutely going to throw the book at this guy. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a lifetime ban, which I think is fair enough. Like, there's like so many things wrong with this. He shouldn't have bets made for him because he's a bum. No one should be betting on him again because he's a bum. And then, like, taking the unders on yourself, I feel like the NBA should give him a lifetime ban just for betting the unders on himself. Like, it is atrocious. Like, yeah, I reckon ban him for life. What do you guys say?
The game's a game, mate.
What does that mean?
The game's a game. For me. He's playing the game.
He's playing the game of life. The game of life, and he lost. So. Yeah.
Bro's about to have a lot, bro. It's lifetime ban incoming. Him and Tim Donaghy are going to be shaking hands on the way to hell. It's a tough one there, without a doubt. I feel lifetime ban. There is no way. That's the thing. They always wait for the first person to slip up and then they throw the book at them heavily. Because NBA especially, I think, is different to NFL. NFL, you had Calvin Ridley, who got done for the gambling scandal. And then he got, I think it was a year, maybe 2 years. I think a year, actually, yeah. So his one wasn't as bad. I think it was like 8 games. Sorry, 8 games that he had bet on, but he got a 4-year suspension. This guy, Jonte Porter, I think the NBA holds themselves to a different standard, and I think they're going to go heavy at him and just go lifetime for sure, I think.
Also, I think, am I correct in saying that the NFL one, Calvin Ridley, was he bet on games that he wasn't playing in?
Yeah, he was injured at the time. Yep.
Yeah, this is worse. When you're betting on yourself and you're betting on your unders, like when you bet on the unders, you have 100% influence because you can just choose not to take those shots. Like you can, like what did he do? He fouled out, and then the other game he either didn't play because of illness or he left the game early because of illness. The evidence doesn't reflect kindly on this man. The only thing I'll say is the only reason why I would imagine that the NBA might not give him a lifetime ban is, you want to set an example and you want to just make sure no one ever does this again. But if a star player, a young star in the NBA, someone similar to like a Ja Morant, obviously not Ja Morant because I've thrown the book at him enough times, but if someone like that does it, and then everyone expects that person to get a life ban similar, the NBA might be a bit conflicted on that one because like you can't just ban a star player for life. I don't think so. That's the only reason why I don't think they'd give a lifetime ban, but I reckon they should. I reckon it's stupid on just so many levels. How dumb can you be? The guy's on a 2-way contract, for God's sake. Like, he's lucky to even be in the NBA. And, like, whether he gets a 1-year, 2-year, or a lifetime ban, I think his NBA career is well and truly done. I don't think you'll see him suiting up again, rightfully so. If I'm sitting in the locker room beside this guy, and this guy's taking the unders on himself, I'm not going to play hard for that guy. I don't want to pass him the ball. I wouldn't want to go out there and battle and try to win a championship with this guy. I just wouldn't have any faith in him. I reckon it's just absolutely outrageous, and you've just painted yourself as a villain in the NBA. And yeah, we all know the book's going to be thrown at him. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for the the finisher, put this man in a coffin,
the RKO, the tombstone, the last, bro. It's how dare you disrespect the Porter name? Michael Porter Jr. has come out here the last couple of years, been balling out, been doing this thing. They even had the jersey swap on the court, I think a week or 2 ago, and it all looked wholesome, all looked amazing. Then literally a week later, this all comes out. So Jonte Porter, I mean, this is a tough situation. I probably do agree a little bit to what you said as to, if they give him a lifetime, then it does set the precedent going forward that even if it is a star, even if it is a mid-level guy, 6-man, good, whatever, you'll get the lifetime. So it gets a little bit tricky there. But the thing is, I think it's completely different to Calvin Ridley in the NFL. Calvin Ridley was not playing. So his betting on that he can't influence that. He's just betting on like what we all do, other people do. We just watch it, bet on it, that's it. Whereas if you're physically in the game and you can control what happens, especially if it's unders, if it's for some reason, for me personally, if it's over, I don't mind overs. But unders, it means that you are directly trying to sabotage. You can sabotage your team, and also by doing what you're doing. 7.5 points is what his line was set up for the points. I think it was 3.5 rebounds. Brother, you can't just come in the game for like 13 minutes, get a couple rebounds and go, oh, you know what? I'm sick today. If you're sick, legit, cool. But if you're doing that for betting purposes to try sabotage your team, make money for your friends, come on, man.
And multiple games as well. I will say that the overs is still not a perfect scenario if someone's betting the overs on themselves, because like, say you take the overs on Jonte Porter's points. You don't really want him shooting more than 2 to 3 times a game. If Jonte Porter's getting 5 shots in a game to get those points, that's to the detriment of your team. Him actually shooting the ball is a detriment to your team. But I will say taking the unders is just definitely significantly worse. Yeah. But taking the overs still can have negative repercussions.
I don't know about this, Jonte. I mean, for sure, I don't think there's any way, buddy, you're not going to see an NBA court ever again. So hopefully you and the brothers made some good coin off this. I think the ruling, well, surely you can't take the money back as long as you cash it out. But DraftKings probably to let people cash it out. Pretty rough to see. I mean, Great moment on the court. I think the Porter family all were enjoying themselves. Michael Porter and Jonte taking that picture on the court, especially seeing where Michael Porter came from after that, first year where the back injuries and everything. We didn't think he was going to get an opportunity to be what he is now. So I think that was such a wholesome moment. I think it's just been overshadowed, and I think essentially, I'm sorry, probably just overshadowed by this now coming out. So it's rough to see, even for the Raptors as well. As a team, things aren't going so well, and then you've got this to pile on top of that. So it'll be interesting. I'm very interested to see whether or not there's anything going forward as well that comes out about any other players too.
I think they'll take their time with it as well. I can't imagine he's going to be put back in any rotation before this is kind of ironed out. Yeah. One thing I will say, it's kind of like the Porter family. All the kids, when they were born, they were all put in the gulag because Michael Porter Jr. is the only one who's made it out. Two of the sisters medically retired, and Jonte Porter, his career's over, finished as a 2-way contract at best, and Michael Porter Jr. is the gulag winner. He lives to see another day.
Oh, what a guy! And bro, if they do him like they did, UFC fans will know what happened to James Krause with his betting scandal. If the feds get involved, if the FBI gets involved, good luck, buddy. Yeah, once the FBI,
it is to that extent because it is the integrity of the game.
Exactly. So FBI comes and steps in, and that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, it's sad sight to see. But moving on actually not moving on to more positive things. Probably even worse things that we've been seeing over the last couple of days. Meltdowns from some of the serious teams contenders. Celtics blew a 30-point lead yesterday against the Atlanta Hawks. Then you've got today the Bucks blow a 19-point lead against the Lakers. And then the Clippers play the Hawks, who are on a back-to-back. They get molly whooped on. And you're just looking at these teams with these meltdowns and these bad losses. Out of these three teams, over the last couple of days, which one of them, which one of their meltdowns kind of worries you the most going forward, looking at them?
Oh, to be fair, we're kind of at that point in the season where I don't think you read too much into all these, but I just think the cracks are really starting to show for the Celtics. It's really concerning. That team should never blow a 30-point lead. Like, if that team's got a 30-point lead, it should be signed, sealed, and delivered. It should be like taking the unders on Jonte Porter. It's a guaranteed, it's almost like the game's rigged from there on out. But, I'm just shocked that they could lose that game. And to lose it in the way they did, with a miracle miracle shot from DeAndre Hunter, was it? It's just absolutely outrageous and kind of disappointing for the fans as well. This franchise has had so many good players over the years, and to see them kind of crumble, not that it's on the big stage or in the playoffs, but to see them crumble a game like that, it kind of, lets those doubts creep in. And I think it gives everyone who's playing against them in the playoffs confidence that this team's not impenetrable, that there is ways to beat them.
Damn, you got nothing for us, Trey? You got nothing for us over there? Well, if I'm looking at it, it's the two teams that worry me. I think about the Bucks. I mean, they all worry me actually. But if I'm going level for level, the what you call it, the Clippers for me easily number one, because I watched the Hawks game and I'm just the entire time so puzzled about this team. And I think Tyronn Lue put it best when he came out and said it. Their identity is that they're soft. They were just. The thing with the Clippers, I just don't understand offensively and defensively. There's two things. Defensively, the switching, over switching, so much switching. And Pascal Siakam said, "Oh, we're on the back-to-back. So you guys want to switch? You guys really want to try switch on me?" They switched every single action they put Pascal in. The Clippers were switching. Kawhi Leonard tried to guard him on a switch, couldn't do nothing. Norman Powell on the switch, couldn't do nothing. Westbrook, nothing. Paul George, nothing. PJ Tucker, nothing. And they just went mouse in the house. He went mouse in the house. If you guys want to put small man on me and switch, we'll keep going to work. Put you in the post. Yo, bro, he was cooking them. Had 31 points after having 36 the night before against the Lakers. And I'm going, you guys literally are just playing right into the hand. At some point in time, if you are switching and getting punished for it every time, at some point you have to make a decision where you have to make a change. And the thing is with Tyronn Lue, he's so in this thing, which he's a great coach, right? they're just in that mode defensively where they go, we'll switch everything. But sometimes I feel like you can't. If you're getting punished for it, you can't. We're talking about last episode, insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Siakam went to the post 6 straight times, bro, and made a play off it. Scored 4 times, got an assist and a hockey assist. We need to change something there. Then offensively, what team in the NBA isolates the most? The Los Angeles Clippers. Think about it. You've got Luka, you've got the Celtics. The number one team in isolation is the Clippers. It's just too much isolation. You're down by 19 points. Can we, try get into some team aspect basketball? It was throw the ball to PG, try go ISO. Throw the ball to Kawhi, try go ISO. Throw the ball to Harden, try go ISO. Those are 2 glaring things that I thought, obviously, it's Westbrook's first game back. Maybe they'll changes will come in these last 10 games now that he's going to come back. Obviously, more playmaking, but that concerns me. Both ends of the court, that they really do worry me.
Yeah, and it's at the end of the day, adaptability is one of the main things that you need going into the postseason. Like this year, more than any other year in the West, it is all going to be about matchups and how you match up against other teams. And if one thing isn't working, you need to try something else, because there is going to be matchups for the Clippers that just aren't favorable for them at all. And one thing that you're going to notice going into the first round of the playoffs, they don't have home court advantage as it sits right now, and they'll be playing one of the most informed teams in the NBA, which is the New Orleans Pelicans. So they really need to. I think they really need to prepare for that, and they really need to try different things, because if they don't try, they don't make adjustments. That 2-man game with with Zubac and Harden just isn't firing like it was early in the season when they were going well. Like if they aren't able to find offense outside of isolation, it's going to be a really long series for them. Because the Pelicans, especially with Zion at point guard, they're looking really, really tidy. They're able to push the pace. He was a little bit sloppy with some of his passes today, but they roared back into that game like 3 or 4 times. But yeah, I'd be pretty scared. I don't know if you guys have watched much of the Pelicans lately, but Trey Murphy, he's looking like, it's almost like as the games go by, he's just getting better and better as the season goes on, and he's just such a lethal shooter that he could be a key factor for them in the playoffs. And they've got so many guys. Like you forget that they've got Valanciunas, you forget they've got Larry Nance, you forget that they've got you don't forget that they've got CJ McCollum. But outside of Brandon Ingram and Zion Williams, they're a deep team. They've got a lot of players who have been around for a while, a lot of players who can make really good plays. And yeah, with Zion and that kind of point guard role, this team's kind of moving quite well.
Make sure to shout out Jose Alvarado, Herb Jones.
Oh yeah, Alvarado, yeah.
Defensively, that team, they're a very good team defensively. And that's the thing, like, they've got the ability to, with Trey Murphy and Herb Jones, if you go back and you watch the Pelicans versus Heat game on the weekend just gone for us, the way that they were able to just contain Jimmy Butler, I think Jimmy Butler still obviously gets points, but they made it difficult for him. The length of that Trey Murphy, he's so lanky and just long. It's difficult for you him and Herb Jones are just a dynamic duo defensively, where they're just in those passing lanes. And if you're a team that can't shoot against the Pelicans, good night, because they have so much length that they can block off the passing lanes for you, make it difficult for you, make you have to beat them one-on-one. And going one-on-one against Herb Jones, he's a clamper, low-key. Actually, not even low-key, high-key. But if I go back to who we're speaking about, the Clippers, if they played the first round, that's the thing. Was that sorry?
I was just gonna say, the thing about the Clippers is they bore you so much that you get excited by the prospect of a subject change. So forgive us.
Yeah. But, if the Clippers go that way, if they go the ISO route against the Pelicans, that's a tough route to go, because you've got the guys that can play good defense, especially if you've got Ingram come back. That means you've got Ingram, you've got Trey Murphy, you've got Herb Jones going up against Kawhi, PG, and James Harden. So you've got the length defensively to hang with them. It's just going to come down to can you get stuff offensively outside of Zion. They move the ball really well as well, which is why I like when you have Zion, especially when he's playing as the point forward. He's able to attack, get in the lane. And when he gets in the lane, defensives have to collapse. So it's going to come down to, can Herb Jones hit shots? Because I know Trey Murphy can hit them. I know Ingram can hit them. I know McCollum can hit them. But they're not going to let those guys hit them. If the ball goes to Herb Jones, they are going to let him shoot. If he can hit that ball, yes, they can beat him. But for the Clippers, defensively, please, can we try something different? We don't have to switch everything. don't have to, and then offensively, you don't always have to ISO. And I think they've just had so much success with playing isolation basketball, but sometimes that's, you need to, let's run a couple of plays. Let's do something, get into the flow of our different things. It's like the Celtics as well. When things they just get a little bit difficult. They revert to ISO ball compared to when they had Udoka. It was still, let's go through our systems and try to get points off our systems. We don't have to revert to just ISO ball. And yeah, that's my thing with the Clippers. I think the Clippers, out of those three teams, Celtics, Clippers, and Bucks, I think that's the team I've got the most worry about the meltdowns.
Alvarado will give Harden so much trouble, I think, too. Just like he's a pest, he's a 100% every play. He's gonna pull his little pickpocket, I guess. What do you do when he hides behind the coach or whatever and runs?
The Mario, what is it? No, Mario Huertas. Do you remember him? The Lakers guy who actually hid behind the coach.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon you'll get Harden a couple of times if they match up in the playoffs or whatever. And just, their defense is unreal. Pelicans are definitely the biggest underdog going into the playoffs, for sure.
In the first round, I'd still probably take the Clippers against, because I just think, Toronto's good enough of a coach and they've got good enough players to do it. But it would be very difficult series, especially. And plus, the one thing I'll give them a pass for is that Westbrook did just come back. And I think Westbrook's playmaking is going to make a massive difference. I think his first game back after a month or 6 weeks to 8 weeks, yesterday, had 7 assists. So the playmaking will come. It's just, can they just make it more consistent? Don't have to revert to ISO and hero ball. And defensively, please, guys, sometimes we don't have to switch,
Yeah, and I think the thing about... I was going to say, the thing about Westbrook as well is it's a lot about tempo and like energy that he brings to the game. He kind of ups the pace and kind of really bridges the gap between that starter unit and the second unit. And I think that's something that's been really missing.
Yeah.
Also, the Bucks, they may have had a meltdown today, but their defense, like compared to where they were when they fired Adrian Griffin, it's like they're two complete different teams. It's like a lot more similar to the Bucks of old. They absolutely clamped. They defended the Thunder out of the game on 2 days ago. So they're a high and low team, but I think they're trending up. So I'm not as concerned about that for them.
The Boston Millie Rockers though. Missoula, what's up, bud? Like, do you want to have any more of a stacked team? And do you want to always falter with any more of a stacked team? Fourth quarter, brother, how? You need to tell me this. I'm just looking at the Celtics team. Why are you running ISOs? Like, guys, I know what is the obsession with ISOs. Top 5 team, actually, for the season in ISOs. And in that fourth quarter, what was it? 11 out of the 22 shots was taken by Jason Tatum. 16 out of the 22 shots were taken by Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Makes sense. Those are the guys you pay the big money. But again, I feel like it's systems sometimes. We don't have to go so much ISO, bro. Oh my Lord. Like,
there you go. That summed it up for me.
It's just,
bro's not him. He is not the face of the league.
He did go 5 for 11, but it's still under 50% in the fourth.
But like, you could like Jokic, if similar situation or whatever. If he got the ball every position or whatever, he would make a play. He wouldn't just force shots or whatever like they do with their isolation, step back threes and all that crap that they do, post up shots. A lot of it's unnecessary. They just need to, find a good shot.
I think if Jason Tatum realized that he was 6'9" and weighs 230, 240 pounds, he would have so much more success. Because why are you shooting so many threes? Drive to the basket, bro. Like, you see guys like LeBron, you see like Steph Curry even, when they have the opportunity, you don't always have to revert to a jump shot. Go get yourself to the basket. Beat your guy. Jason Tatum, you're 6'9". I doubt anyone can stay in front of you. I really do. I don't think there's anyone, maybe Andrew Wiggins in the 2022 NBA Finals, but no one other than that can stay in front of you. Get to the basket. Get yourself a layup. Get yourself a dunk. Yam it on someone, bro.
Take it back to rookie Jason Tatum. That's kind of where he peaked with that dunk on LeBron.
Yeah, man, bump into someone, bro. Like, come on, you have DeAndre Hunter, with all due respect, guarding you, the guy with the worst in the league, according to whoever it was that put it out. Bro, I know you can take you can take him one on one, take him to the basket, like yam it on him. We know you can do that instead of playing the mid range post, do a tough contested step back or 3-point line step back. It's crazy to me, man.
Oh, but he hits those shots in warm up. So I see NBA posted all the time.
Yeah, but then Ben Simmons hits all his shots and his workouts. So how much can we really read into those videos?
Yeah, Ben Simmons, the offseason merchant. We're joined actually, by the guy who's a part timer now, man.
The prodigal son returns.
Hey, I had a bit of university, man. You know, I just had to get on top of that before. I'm sorry to let you guys down. You know, I'll be better in the future. I understand. I tell you right now, I'm letting you guys down like the Clippers are letting everyone else down. That's what I'm doing.
I mean, the Clippers aren't letting anyone else down. Listen, when you have low expectation, you'll never be disappointed. You have high expectation. That's why you're always disappointed about the Clippers, man.
Yeah, Ethan took the over.
True, actually.
Ethan has such high expectation. He took the overs on Jonte Porter.
Oh yeah, no facts. Yeah. What a great man that guy is. You know, he's leading the NBA in money made at the moment. Great man.
Is Paul George still your MVP?
To be fair, I want Paul George to sign with somebody else next year. I'm glad he isn't. He's not re-signed yet. Cheapers. I don't say he's useless. I like what Brandon Miller came out today and said like, oh, Paul George is like all the young players should look up to Paul George and what he does as an NBA player. So okay, cool. He's got a great skill set. He can shoot the ball. He can dribble. He can, all of that type of stuff. Dunk on people. He can defend. Lovely, cool. What does that do for winning? What has he done for winning? He's done nothing for winning. And this year he's doing nothing for winning as well. Like Jed, I haven't finished. I want Paul George to just his amazing skill set to just transfer to winning. Why can't I do that? Jed, you can talk now.
I was just gonna say, to be fair, if Paul George's career was restarted and he ended up in the right systems at the right time, he could have been one of the absolute all-time greats with the skill set and the kind of build he has as a player. I do see why a lot of young players do admire his game so much, but it's just not really the way it's panned out for Paul George, and it's going to be the sad tale of PG. He's going to be one of the forgotten heroes.
His career went in reverse. Guys usually start off where they don't do so well in the playoffs or do so well in the regular season. They're inconsistent. Then they make the conference finals. Paul George did the opposite. He started off by playing really good in the regular season and then made it to a conference finals. People thought that these guys, like the Pacers, were better than the big three Heat. But that's how good Paul George was on that team, at leading that team. Yet now, you get to this point in time now, 11 years later, you'd think, okay, he's got all the things. He's going to be consistent. No, it's not the case. It's not Paul George. Paul, where are you? You had me fearing that you're going to beat LeBron in the playoffs. Now you got me fearing nothing.
To be fair,
no, it's been downhill ever since he said he should be the one taking the last shot in the game.
To be fair, it's been downhill ever since he snapped his leg in half.
He was still good after that. He had great
he's still been good, but he's still been really good after that. But he hasn't. Like that's when the playoff side of things happen, and I don't think that's because of the injury. I think that's just because of the circumstances and how things are played out. But that's what I mean. Paul George in the right system in the right years could have been one of the top players of a generation.
Remember Paul George, 18-19 PG, man. MVP top 3.
Yeah, no,
Paul George is like gonna go down in 10 years' time. You're still gonna know who he is. In 20 years' time, you're still gonna know who he is. He's still gonna be one of the people that people refer to as like one of the greats with the skill set that he had. He just never had it's like Tracy McGrady. Just never got injured all the time. Just never could get there. Paul George is going to be the same. Amazing skill set, amazing player, could just never get there. This year's his only year to do it. Yet the Clippers just suck ass.
Tracy McGrady's just a tall Cam Thomas. You
shut up!
Nothing you say can convince me otherwise.
If
you had to sum up Tracy McGrady's career in one sentence, it's let me say it in the playoffs, because you're just left wondering every single year.
Or is
Exactly.
it Panache right there? Is it Panache?
Bro, I'm putting inspiration to the kids. The next generation is getting influenced by me. Let us see it in the playoffs, bro. That is.
I feel like you should get that put on a t-shirt. I reckon
Bro,
you'd sell out.
Let us see
Yeah,
it in the
Dunk
playoffs.
Dynasty Pod merch.
Hey, that's going to be the first bit of
it's-
merch that comes out. Let's see it in playoffs.
It'd sell out like Paul George in the playoffs, you know.
And Julius Randle. Don't forget about Julius Randle.
Oh, Julius Randle, bro. Don't get me started on Julio Randle over there, bro. Oh, my Lord. Robbing New York. Worse than the mayor of New York is robbing.
It'd sell out like Jason Tatum in a big game.
Looking at the East play-in, the race for the 6th seed to stay safe away from the play-in. Pacers, Heat, and Sixers, I think it's very clear it's going to come down to those 3 teams. Who do you think avoids the play-in and gets that 6th seed? A date with a destiny against possibly the Cavs or the Magic or the Knicks. No one knows who can get the 3rd seed. No one knows who can get the 6th seed. But focusing on that 6th seed, who do you think is going to get it?
I personally, given that it's a direct question to all of us, I believe it will be the Miami Heat to claim the 6th seed. I think the Pacers a little bit off the pace, play on words, and Halliburton hasn't been the same since All-Star, since he got injured. Siakam is solid, but I think they need Halliburton to come back into his own a little bit to be able to keep winning those games and keep putting pressure on the top. So I think Pacers will drop to 7th. I think Heat will finish 6th, and I think Philly will finish in 8th spot, as Tyrese Maxey is the only player that plays in that team because Tobias Harris is a bum.
I'm much the same as Ethan, apart from I probably back the Pacers a little bit more. I feel like they're probably a bit more built to be consistent now that they've got Siakam, and now that, although I don't agree with it as much, they've traded away Buddy Hield. But I back the Pacers to slot into that 6th point. Love to see if Halliburton can bring that back, that in-season tournament flair in the playoffs. It'll be quite cool to see. But so I got 6th Pacers, 7th Miami, and then in the 8th spot I've got the 76ers, who I'm not too high on until they get Joel Embiid back.
Not him award goes to the Pacers, bro. And Tyrese Halliburton. Not him, bro. Try to tell you guys. Try to tell you early in the season, bro.
I don't reckon you bring up the not him until next year if he can't back it up. I feel like he had a breakout, and then next year's where I would love to see him cement it. But like he's had injury issues and all of that. And there's been trades and stuff. So I don't think you can put as much.
Nah, people keep falling back onto the injuries way too much. If you're that injured, how come you're dancing around happy go lucky in the All-Star game? He didn't look so injured to me. Didn't look so injured to me then. Like
I don't think a fall off can be that like black and white.
Nah, but you can't. No. I don't mind people saying that if he's other stuff like, he's just playing bad, he's in the slump. Like he said, he's in the worst slump of his entire life. But the people who say, I'm not saying you say it, but I'm saying there's plenty of people who keep on falling back and saying it's the injury. If you're so injured, why were you dancing around in the All-Star game? Like you didn't look so injured then, so you can't use that excuse now.
That is a fair take. But yeah, as I was saying, I wouldn't start throwing the heavy shade until next season. If he hasn't come back and he hasn't reached that same level that he got to earlier on the year, if you don't see it next season where he's had an off season with this new lineup, where he's kind of had time to work on his troubles, where he's had playoff series to more develop, mature as a player and all that kind of stuff, that's when I'm holding against him. I'm probably not holding against him now because there is a few things that have gone into it. And like, I would agree with you. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's all injury, but I feel like whether it's a slump combined with the new roster the way it is, post trades, then yeah, that's kind of where I think should take it a little bit easier on him.
Given that Halliburton's meant to be the guy, the next All-Star, one of the best guards in the East, all of these types of things, wouldn't you think that he'd be able to carry a team a little bit more than what he has?
Yeah, but then you go throw Pascal Siakam, who's been and done it with the Raptors, and you bring him into the team, as the experienced guy, and then you there's this like power shift and dynamic change. And I heard Tyrese talk about like Siakam coming into the team and that he does play the way he wants to start to play alongside him, and it is beneficial to each of their games because they're complementary to each other. But I do think that bringing in someone like Siakam can really change the dynamic of a team. And when it's been Halliburton's team all season long and he's kind of had this breakout, and then you've kind of brought this guy and it's brought him down to earth, I feel like maybe the bringing back down to earth part's been a little bit too much of an adjustment for him.
What does that have to do with his shooting? His shooting has been absolutely terrible lately, and that's nothing to do with a groin or Pascal Siakam being on the team.
But it could be rhythm. It could be rhythm. Like I don't know.
It's been going for a while.
It's not like he's developed a hitch or something, and it's not like his shooting isn't legit. Like he is a really good shooter. I wouldn't
No, you're
expect
just putting it down to the injury and stuff, and Pascal Siakam.
I'm saying he's probably just he's come back down to earth a little harder than he was expecting. And that's why I'm saying, given an off season, I would expect him to come out and be close to that level where he reached early on, pre-All-Star break, with the team next year, being a bit more familiar with the roster, being a lot more healthy, and just having some time to, kind of grow back into things. That's why I'm not holding it against him. He's young as fuck. This is his first season breaking out. Like, it's like, you're not going to hold this against Tyrese Maxey's career because he hasn't really performed well as we'd hoped without Joel Embiid. Because it's his first year being the guy.
But there's a difference though, because there's a difference in that, because Tyrese Maxey wasn't meant to do what he's doing this year, whereas Tyrese Halliburton was. And Tyrese Halliburton showed it last year that he has got the ability to do what he can do.
Leapfrog into the argument of one of the best guards in the NBA. Like, he's still a tier below.
No, but it was recognized last year, and like that he was going to be the guy for the Blazers. And he was going to be one of the. It's going to be one of the best. Tyrese Maxey never had that.
I'm going to start shouting now. All I'm saying is that it is like his first year reaching that level. The difference is I'm not going to hold it against him as much as you'd hold it against a Sabonis or a Julius Randle, because those have been consistent trends year after year where we've seen no development. We've seen development from Tyrese Halliburton, and because he's regressed a little bit, you guys are like holding against him like this is the new player that he's always going to be. I'm just saying I'm going to give him an opportunity to come back and be the guy that he was. And if he doesn't develop, if he doesn't change his game, or his shot doesn't come back, that's when you hold it against him, like you do with a Randall or a Sabonis. I'm saying now's not the time to do that. And like, this will be their first time in the playoffs with him in that kind of role. Or the first time in his career really being in that kind of role with an NBA team in the playoffs. So I'd like to see how that goes as well. That's all I'm saying. I agree with you guys that he's in a slump and that he's not been his best, but I'm just saying I'm not going to hold it against him right now because it's not like a trend.
Get yourself a Yepachino, my bro. Holy.
Also, it was like you come out and said that he hasn't developed a hitch or anything. It's like, have you seen his shot? That fella got like needs to put some CRC on those hinges, bro.
Bro, let us see it in the playoffs. I want to see it in the
crusty
playoffs.
Shot.
There you go.
Yeah,
inspiring the next generation. Let me see in the playoffs. I wouldn't even speak about the Pacers. They'll get the 7th seed. The Miami Ice will probably get to the 6th seed some way, somehow. Spoelstra will find a way. But that sets you up for. Yeah, I don't think the Sixers will get there. No chance. The Sixers are probably the worst team I've ever seen in NBA history without Joel Embiid. They absolutely suck. And then you've got, so Pacers versus Heat for that. Miami got the experience. They'll probably get it. I'm not going to, waste time with the Sixers. Pathetic. You guys all shat on Joel Embiid earlier this season. Yeah, look at those bums now, eh? Absolute Hall of Fame scrubs without Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey. So he's supposed to be a playmaker. What are you doing, bro? You're making me not want to watch 76ers games, so you probably are a playmaker. So, that's it. Give it to the Miami Heat. Miami Heat first round series, probably against, you'd probably say right now, the Knicks, because the Cavs are free falling, and the Magic, I don't trust them to hold on just long enough to. So, Miami probably ends up playing them and then could make the second round. We shall see. But looking at some of the major offseason trades that we had in the NBA, looking at the teams that did make those trades, which one do you think made a deal or who do you think actually had the most valuable deal? Who do you think who do you think traded for the player that's made the biggest difference to their team?
Right. Gentlemen. Now, the team that made the best trade, I think, would have to be the Bucks. Best for the best player available, Damian Lillard. But then you also have to look at the Celtics. And I know I don't like the Celtics very much. I don't like Tatum, all of that type of thing. But to be able to work that Holiday trade, sensational. And then be able to work that Porzingis trade, sensational trades. To add, arguably, players defensively and Holiday for a point guard, and then Porzingis probably could be up there defensively as well if he applied himself a little bit more. And then you got Tatum and Brown, no left hands or anything like that. But good players, solid players to build around. You got Horford off the bench. You got Derek White, who's come into this. Where did that guy come from? You got Peyton Pritchard. Solid players to build to have around those. I think the Celtics have to take the what do you call it, the pie or something, or just
take the cake.
Sensational ability. Take the cake for those trades. I just you got the Lillard trade is sensational, but those two trades and they just turned it into a sensational good team.
Give me Boston as well. Give me Boston. It's a combination like Ethan. It's the combination of getting Porzingis and Drew Holiday. I think Brad Stevens, without a doubt, will be GM, whatever he is, Executive of the Year, easily. 2 deals that have transformed that team fully. The only problem is that they just have the wrong coach. If they had Udoka, they probably would have won a championship last year. Probably would have been going for back-to-back this year. Oh wow, no one's disagreeing. I love that. But yeah, those 2 trades.
It's because one of them's eating.
But I think those trades made a massive difference. I think if I had to say, since we only have to pick one, which one is the bigger one? I'd say it's getting Drew Holiday, because I think defensively and offensively, first of all, I think defensively, him and Marcus Smart are probably on that same level defensively. But I think where the difference is that offensively, Drew Holiday is a much better decision maker with the ball. He's not going to take. Well, actually, he does take some careless shots sometimes. I'm like, please don't take that shot.
All
against
all of his shots are careless.
I think it was against the Nuggets. He took a shot from behind the backboard 3, somehow made it. I was like, please don't ever shoot that again when I'm betting on the Celtics, and they lost. So don't ever do that again. Your life, Drew Holiday. But anyway,
he carried them in the stretch. Where was Jason Tatum?
Yeah, where was the W? Nowhere to be seen. But with Drew Holiday, I think much better offensive decision maker. He fits into that team. I think nicely pairs up. Gels well with the rest of the team. Slotted in, and if they can get a championship, then that trade looks even better for him. Drew Holiday will be a 2-time NBA champion.
One trade which I'm surprised didn't get mentioned just now, James Harden. I feel like although the Clippers have been.
No, it wasn't. It was like 2 weeks into the league, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, he's right. He's right.
That's why it wasn't mentioned.
That's why it wasn't mentioned. Yeah,
I'll shut my sweet little lips,
Ethan. Yeah, you actually trying to cover Ethan today. Yeah, Ethan, I'm on your side, bro. Don't worry, I'm on your side on this one. Yeah, it's off season, not in season. Who do you think you are, man?
I think it was in season, wasn't it?
It was in season. Yeah.
We're talking about off season.
Second week. Yeah. No, not the second week, wasn't it?
Oh my god.
Oh,
we're talking about the off season trades.
Oh,
yeah.
Off-season trade, right? Okay.
So,
what do you mean biggest trade of the year so far?
One of the other biggest impact trades, then I'll say, would be the Jordan Poole trade, because at least now the Wizards are going to have a top pick in the role player draft.
Hey, Jordan Poole, I think he'll be good next year. He's actually starting to play decent. No,
the bench.
He's actually been playing pretty decent lately, and.
Could you imagine being the Wizards and trading for a starting point guard that you think you're going to build your future around, and then just sticking him on the bench, and then he starts playing well?
Can you imagine being a Clippers fan and never getting anywhere in life?
Ethan doesn't have to imagine it. He lives it.
You support the worst big market team in NBA history.
I wouldn't say that. I would say the Chicago Bulls are much worse.
Hold on a second.
I've won how many trips have the Bulls won?
When's the last time the Bulls made the conference finals?
The Wizards have done. You don't
doesn't matter. When did the Clippers ever make the conference finals?
They literally made it in 2021.
You're just trying to roast me now,
but
Where's your comeback to what the Wizards have done? You can't even.
Bro, you support a team that gets fucking 50 wins every 5 years and disappears into the
Well, the Clippers have been in the playoffs way more times than the Wizards the last 20 years.
Oh, when did you guys win a chip? When did you guys win a chip?
When's the last time the Wizards won a chip?
50 years ago.
1978. But
50 years ago. What do you mean?
Okay. Also, Pete, you said
there
something
wasn't
just
a
then.
chip back then. There was just a little coin. Have that, mate. Here's my plumbers and my builders.
Hey, where's your chip? Where's your chip? We got a banner. You don't. Shut your mouth.
Oh, they actually do have a banner up in the stadium, bro. Pacific freaking division champions.
Oh, so good, bro. So good.
What's today, Pete?
Yeah.
Pete, you said something just before. You said the Wizards win 50 games every 5 years.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure you're supposed to. You missed the 0 on the 5. I don't think they've won 50 games in like 42 years. And that's,
at least the Clippers have some famous fans as well. They've got freaking Vince Staples. Shout out the Vince Staples show. Who do the Wizards have? Who's your supporters? Joe Biden, Kamala Harris? Is that it? Where's the rest of them? I've never seen any celebrity sit on front row.
Boy, all the big players that go play for the Wizards.
Mia Khalifa's our biggest fan, mate.
Everyone just goes to the Wizards, gets a big paycheck, and then leaves, bro. They don't even want to play for them.
No one wants to stay in the
John Wall got
capital.
paid for 3 years of no basketball.
Okay, Ethan, I wouldn't talk too much. Your franchise only literally became like respectable in the last half decade.
Didn't you take on our bad contract?
With who? John Wall?
No, he got bought out, I think.
Yeah, we paid him $8 million this season. Sweet as not for 45. We're not playing.
I'm pretty sure it was actually the Rockets who paid him. They bought him.
Yeah, well, how well are you guys doing right now?
Better than you.
We actually got rebuild mode, mate. So
You can't keep falling back and saying rebuild, bro. You can't keep falling back and saying rebuild. You guys weren't freaking trying to rebuild.
This is the first year of the freaking rebuild.
How long is the rebuild supposed to be then?
When you won a chip.
Oh, more than 1 year.
It's been longer than a year, bro. What you guys done? Got worse and worse.
What do you mean? We just got a new freaking GM.
When was the last time the Wizards made the playoffs?
2021.
Yeah, how about you guys quit life and go get some new freaking players and new GMs because that team is ass.
Sorry, I don't go out supporting the big market teams like you fucking.
Well, you should do, bro, because you wouldn't be in this position where you get roasted.
I shouldn't have to follow a big market team to be an NBA supporter, you know.
Well, why did you choose
Everyone's going to support the small market teams.
Well, of all teams, why did you choose Washington? I actually want to know this. Why did you choose to be a Wizards fan?
Why not?
Yep, it's a great reason.
Hey, man, they were the fourth seed the first year I started following them.
Oh, so you jumped on with the wagon. Was good.
They went downhill since you started supporting them. Is that what you're trying to say?
Mate, you've been a Clippers fan for about 2 years, mate. Shut your mouth.
Mate, the only thing that goes out of Washington quicker than the presidents is the players. No one wants to stay there. Telling you, they all want to leave.
Hey,
in and out.
Brad Beal didn't want to leave.
Huh?
Where is he now?
Beal didn't want to leave.
Where is he now?
Yeah,
he's a
red flag.
Enjoy life. Not in freaking.
Yeah, because he was
winning games.
Mate, he got the bag to stay there.
Yeah. He got
the bag and then left.
He wanted to win a championship, but he ain't gonna do that on the Suns.
Ain't gonna do that on Wizards.
Definitely wasn't gonna do it on the Wizards.
No shit.
Yeah, so he's closer to.
I'm certainly not gonna do it on the Clippers either.
Oh, we completely got away from what we were talking about the offseason trades. You know what?
Basketball on those fucking Clippers.
Skip the
At least they're gonna make the playoffs.
Oh, at least they're gonna make the playoffs. And then what? Was it Cancun and watch the finals?
Let's get to another great question for the fellas. One I saw, I think it's the Buckets on. I think they got a podcast. I have to get the full name, but it's Buckets something. I'll try to shout you guys out properly. But had a pretty good question, which was, which team would be the best in the NBA right now if they added the franchise GOAT to the team? So some teams, for example, like the Denver Nuggets, they are the Denver Nuggets because I think the franchise GOAT is on the team right now. So you can't. So if the franchise GOAT's already on there, you can't add someone else. That's the ruling I'm putting on there.
Okay. Celtics, I don't know, and Larry Bird.
Lakers.
What do you mean? The Celtics and Larry
Lakers,
Bird?
they'll go from the bloody 10th seed to the fucking 7th seed.
They're getting the 30th best player of all time added to their team.
They could add either Kareem Will, Kobe, Magic.
And how many of those guys can shoot? It's got to be the Celtics and Bird. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't.
Nah, I see. The Celtics is the addition that I'd be the least excited by. I feel like you add like either Kareem or Oscar Robertson to the Bucks. That's great. You add Shaq to the Magic.
No, bro. No, Dan, Magic ain't doing nothing with Shaq. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm just.
LeBron and Miami.
KD.
LeBron is not the Heat franchise GOAT. Stop it.
KD on the Thunder.
KD is not the
Harper
Thunder GOAT. Stop it right now. It's Westbrook.
Who is Westbrook? Okay, Prime Westbrook. I don't know if he fits as well, but
What about Portland and Dame?
What?
That was real funny. Tell again.
Portland adds Dame.
Yeah.
Making
Nah,
playoffs.
And then
That's CJ McCollum. What are you talking about?
yeah. And then the Wizards get back Garrison Matthews.
Man, he's a good player.
Oh, the Clippers get Caron Butler.
The Clippers get Mo Harrell back.
Oh,
The Lakers get Ramon Sessions back. That's gonna be good.
yeah.
Then
To be
they
fair-
add,
to be
they
fair,
add Rudy Gay and Kevin Love as well, so they get Gay Love Sessions.
to be fair, imagine
You've been
Raymond
thinking about
Felton
that for far too
as
long.
well.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. How was your day, Pete? Good day?
Do you reckon not the best team in the NBA, but do you reckon that'd be a playoff team if the Detroit Pistons added Red Rocket? They were so quiet I could hear the seagulls outside.
If the Pistons added Josh Smith, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah. Okay,
No,
we'll
okay,
move
no,
on from that.
Okay,
It
actually,
wasn't this
being serious,
Yeah,
I
how
think
many chips did Josh Smith win?
the Dallas Mavericks. If the Dallas Mavericks added
Sure.
Nowitzki, I think they would actually be they would be my best team. I reckon. I think they'd overtake a lot of teams.
Bucks and Kareem, I reckon.
What about the Heat with LeBron James?
He's not the
Or
franchise
Cavs with
GOAT.
LeBron James?
I
Who
said
is?
that before, and apparently he's on the franchise GOAT.
Who is?
What do you mean? It's Dwayne Wade.
Oh, please. Shush your mouth.
Okay, spell
Shush your mouth.
Dwayne. Spell
More
Dwayne Wade.
No.
Wade and his niece. No.
Spell Dwayne Wade. You won't.
What's that got to do with anything about him being the franchise GOAT?
Spell Dwayne.
What's it got to do with being the franchise GOAT?
You know how to spell Dwayne.
What? What's that got to do with being the
Talk-
franchise GOAT?
Everything. Spell Dwayne.
Anyway, it's freaking clearly Dwayne Wade. It can't be LeBron. LeBron was there,
Yeah.
got 2 rings. D-Wade's got 3 rings. He got a Finals MVP. He's got everything that LeBron, except for the MVPs with the Heat. But he's the franchise GOAT. He was there his whole career, basically.
How many MVPs has Dwayne Wade got? I don't mind.
Hey, shut up.
It's Dwayne Wade. It's not even. Come on, bro. It's not even close. There is no one who
Can
actually
you
thinks.
spell Dwayne for me? Can you spell Dwayne for me?
Why? Do you
Right.
need it right down in your little diary or something? What's going on?
Are you got an obsession with Dwayne Wade or something? What's up with you, man?
You're
It's
gonna go
clearly
after this and
Dwayne
have a
Wade.
faff?
It's not
to
LeBron.
Dwayne
LeBron
Wade?
cannot
I
be
just
the
want to know
GOAT.
if you know how to spell Dwayne.
You want to
LeBron
spell it into
cannot be the
Pornhub?
GOAT of the Heat. Come on, bro.
Do you know how to spell Dwayne?
Why do you want to do Dwayne? Why? You want to put it into Pornhub and just be like, oh, let me have a whack off to Dwayne Wade or something? What's going on, Trey? Are you okay?
No, because his parents don't know how to spell, so I was wondering if P would know how to spell.
Oh my god, bro. This guy is just like. Oh my god. If anyone doesn't know how to spell, it's you, buddy. You didn't finish school.
Man, it's crazy. Got my level 2, mate. I was out.
But anyway, who's everyone's final answer for that one? Who's the guy that which franchise are you picking if they added the franchise GOAT, and who is your franchise GOAT for? Yeah. So I've got
Probably
Mavs, Dirk Nowitzki.
I'd go the Bucks adding the Big O.
I would go Golden State adding Wilt Chamberlain.
That's not bad. I would go Miami Heat and LeBron James.
This guy actually needs help. If anyone out there thinks that LeBron James is the Miami Heat GOAT, please go get yourself checked out mentally. I'm a LeBron James fan. LeBron is
Over
not
the-
the Miami Heat GOAT. Are you okay in the head?
To be
Over
fair,
the 4
it's
years he
probably
was
Jimmy
there,
Butler.
did he not have a Hall of Fame career while he was playing for the Heat?
Did he win one less ring than D Wade did? Yes, he did.
Pretty sure LeBron's got 4 rings.
For the Heat, brother. But you go hard, man. You do you.
Nah, I actually think that Jimmy Butler is the best player the Heat's ever had.
That's actually a good point. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Whole
Ethan McDonald, what you got for us, man?
Hey, look, gents, so I got a couple of good questions here. They're going to be quite easy. The first 4, the last one you're not going to get, but I'm going to have lots of fun. You guys trying to get it. Jed's going to jump on Google probably and Google the answers, but that's just his nature. Anyway, so
Not going to
I
take
want
that.
the top 2 of each question, and then if you can get closest to the number, then you get a bonus point. So what we do here. So the first question is going to be most dunks in a season, and I want
How
the
do you
top 2.
what? Who's answering? Is it
Rudy
just like everyone
Gobert.
answers or what?
Everybody's answering. Just throw
Rudy
answers at
Gobert.
me, man.
I'm
DeAndre
gonna go
Jordan.
I said that first.
No, you
Trey's
didn't.
correct with Rudy Gobert. Who's the other one?
DeAndre Jordan.
Nerlens Noel.
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard. Okay, cool. So you P, unfortunately you don't get points. But so how many dunks did Rudy Gobert get in this season?
124.
222.
Both incorrect.
400.
Who's closest?
Wait, how,
400,
hold on.
bro. That's like 8 a game.
how many did you say?
What? 408 a game? Bro, chill out. Come on, bro. Chill out.
Yeah, it's your mathematics. How many did you say, Trey?
222.
Trey's the closest. He had 306.
306 dunks is actually wild, bro.
Wait, how much? Oh, yeah. Trey was
And
only just closer, by the way. And you guys.
How
looked
many
at me.
how many did Dwight Howard have?
Oh, 280.
275.
Oh, I mean 289, by the way. Fuck.
Trey's closest again with 269.
How is there such a massive difference between that? Holy.
I
Right,
knew
so
Rudy Gobert had the most.
now we're gonna do. So the next question here is number 2. So it's most dunks in their career, and I want the top 2.
Julius
Why?
Erving.
Nah, not thing.
DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan's correct. He was number 2.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard's correct with number 1.
Wow.
Right,
I
cool. So
said
how
Dwight
many?
Howard. Didn't
I said Dwight Howard.
Didn't
I
say
only heard Trey say it. Did you say it before DeAndre Jordan did you?
I swear I'm losing my mind. Now. I said
didn't
DeAndre
hear you say
Jordan. I
it.
swear I said
No,
Dwight
no,
Howard.
we'll run the tape back and look at it, but you don't get a point for that. Anyway, so how many dunks did Dwight Howard have in his career?
2,100.
1,900.
1,902.
He's the closest. He had 2,910.
We're from the north that way.
Hey, you missed it by about 900, so don't even talk. And then how many dunks did DeAndre Jordan have in his career?
Oh, that's easy. 2,100.
2,500.
2,680.
He's closest. He had 2,273.
J. Cole has a song about this, by the way. GOMD. Get off my dick. Exactly.
Right, cool. So there's in this next question here, I only want the first person. I only want and then I want the amount that he won. Okay, so who won the most dunk contests?
Nate Robinson. 3.
4.
Boom.
Zach Levine.
Boom. He's got it, nailed it straight away. Straight away. You guys didn't even have an opportunity with that one. That's too fast. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna go. This one will be a little bit tough. Most dunks in a game.
12.
Rudy Gobert.
And I want the player and the number.
12.
Oh.
Bye.
Oh.
Hashim Thabit.
Was
By
it
DeAndre Jordan. By Blake Griffin.
No.
Shaq had 12 when he had 61, didn't he?
Okay. The name Shaq is correct. The number is wrong.
13.
14.
11.
14.
Correct.
14.
But we all said numbers.
You're all
He played the
incorrect.
Clippers.
I said 14.
You're all
11.
incorrect.
15.
Oh, 16.
Correct.
13.
11. 11 from Trey.
I said 11. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now who was number 2?
DeAndre Jordan.
Rudy Gobert.
Giannis Antetokounmpo with 10.
Daniel Gafford had 10.
No.
He did. He had 10 the other day.
Whatever. Different player. Come on.
Can't be Kareem, can it?
Dwight,
I'm Malone.
Dwight. How many do you have?
10.
Must be 11 then.
9.
Cool.
9.
No, it's Dwight and he had 10.
Daniel
So
Gafford
going-
had fucking 10 like last week.
Okay.
Oh, well, he
But no
clearly
one-
didn't, bro.
Yeah,
he clearly
obviously we don't
didn't.
care about Daniel
Get the
Gafford. We don't
tape.
care- Okay, cool. Well, it wasn't in the answer book that I was looking at, so shut up. Okay.
Rudy Gobert had 10 in 2022 too.
Going into the fifth question here. Trey's on 6, P's on 4, Jed's on 4. So this question here is players that have been banned or suspended by the NBA for betting.
Oh,
Jonte
Okay, so
Porter.
Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. So I've got 5 players, and I can give you information all 5.
Michael
You're not going to
Jordan.
get a single one of them, but it'll be interesting to see who can get the closest.
OJ
Or
Mayo.
maybe
OJ Mayo.
OJ Mayo with drugs.
OJ Mayo was drugs.
Tyreek Evans. I'm just going to keep singling them out.
Okay, he was drugs.
Chris
Okay,
Seem to beat.
okay, so this player was the 3rd pick in the 1953 draft for the Pistons.
Oh,
Parker.
Ed Rocker.
Spent 5 years in jail. Was banned in 1954 for shaving points.
Kadarius Toney.
No.
Ethan, what the hell? Any of these players realistic?
Yeah, okay. The two that you're most likely going to get, probably not. Are both Hall of Famers.
Gilbert Arenas.
They were banned. One of them played for the Harlem Globetrotters and the Suns, the Lakers, and the Hawks. He was a Hall of Famer, obviously. And another one was another Hall of Famer.
Dennis Johnson.
James Worthy.
Dennis Johnson.
Elgin Baylor.
Led the
AC Green.
Pacers to 3 ABA titles. Jersey number retired by the Pacers. He was number 35.
Oh, definitely not Reggie
Smith.
Miller.
Oh, that Knight fella. Willie Knight, or whatever his name is.
Bobby Knight.
Bobby Knight.
Romario
McDaniel.
Damarius Comas.
Antonio McDyess.
No.
Adrian Dantley.
He didn't play for the Pacers.
Roy Hibbert.
Calvin.
David West. George Hill. Lard Stevenson.
Okay, I'll give you another clue. 1960s.
Oh, bro, fuck off. No one's answering this shit. No one's answering this shit. Come on now. Yeah,
Okay.
we're done. We're done.
Ethan, this is trivia, not learning.
Well, you know what? The way that you guys whip knowledge out, you guys might have known, but you didn't because you guys are not smart enough.
That is a great call by Trey. This is trivia, not education.
This guy,
Now you
man.
know. Now you know.
50s and 60s, bro. What?
No, I'm not even giving a compliment to that quiz, bro. I really am not.
even
I'm
know.
not giving a compliment to that. It was a trivia. It wasn't a good one, but it was a trivia. You can take your points, Trey. You're on whatever you're on now. 4. I think you're on 4 now. Still not on 5 like me, but you try your best. You all try your best.
He's
But,
putting the sore and sore loser.
You guys are still chasing the peloton. You guys are still chasing the peloton leader, which is me. But you guys will be back some way somehow, and we'll all be back on when we turn 20 next episode. We come out with our 20th episode. So that should be fun. But thank you again for the support. We really do appreciate it. Wherever you're listening, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, we appreciate the support. Go check us out on Sporkle. We've got all the quizzes and trivias that we're doing at the end of these podcasts on there. We're also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Go follow us. Keep up to date with what we're doing and when we're releasing episodes. Again, shout out the fans. We do it for the fans. We shall see you when we turn 20. Catch you on the next one.
Catch
you
up.
guys. Catch you later.
Yeah, remember Red Rocker.
Shout out Arizona Wildcats.